Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Anil Kurangi, Assistant Professor, SHAREERA Kriya, I heartily welcome you all a Kriya Kaushalya and national webinar organized by Department of Kriya SHAREERA. Let's begin with the inaugural function of Kriya Kaushalya 2020.
Physiology is a stepchild of medicine. That is why Cinderella always turns out the queen. Let's enlighten ourselves with the upcoming sessions. I, Dr. Anita Dalbai, welcome you all on behalf of DPAT's SPG Advocate Medical College and Hospital, the founder and president of our institution, Shri S.B. Gadkar Sir, ex-MLA of Kuruchi constituency, chairman of our institute, Mr. Amit Gadkar Sir. I'm glad to extend a warm welcome to Honorable Chief Guest, Managing Director Dr. Mansi Gadkar, ma'am. Ma'am, please take it. A distinguished Ayurvedic physician, Dr. Samir Naik Sir, Professor and HOD in Department of Rog Nidana at Sri Krishna Ayurvedic Medical College, Sankaleshwar. President of today's function, Secretary of today's function, Dr. Advesh Arkari Sir, HOD and the Department of Ayurveda. Sir, thank you. It's the dance. Coordinator of Kriya Kaushalya 2020, Dr. Anil Kurangi Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of SHAREERA Kriya. Sir, kindly raise the dance. Academic in charge, Dr. Arun Ravinal Sir, HOD and Leader, Department of Prashas and Vishudha Kalpana. Kindly raise the dice, sir. Thank you all for gracing us with your presence. Now, I request Dr. Kalyani to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Mansi Gharke Ma'am, Managing Director, SPGMCH, with token of love. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Mahesh sir to now welcome Dr. Advish Arkedi sir, Vice Principal of SPGMCH, Organized Secretary of today's function, with token of love. Now, I request Dr. Pragnesh sir to welcome today's event coordinator, Dr. Anil Kurangi sir, with token of love. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Pushkar sir to welcome Dr. Arun sir, academic in charge, with token of love. Thank you, sir. I extend a warm welcome all the esteemed guest speakers, entire teaching and non-teaching staff of SPGMCH, and all the delegates at the occasion of Kriya Kaushalya 2020, a national level webinar on Kriya SHAREERA. Just as the candle cannot burn without fire, same way human beings cannot live without spirituality. To give a spiritual touch, I request today's chief guest, Dr. Mansi Ma'am, to do the Dharmatari Puja. Let's begin Dharmatari Sadhana. I request everyone to please stand in your places for prayer. Yogena chittस्य padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vidyate yogavarudam pravaram munina patanjali pranjali om namaste namaste सर्वरोगनिरामणम् आयुर्वेदप्रभुपादम् वन्दे पीयूषदायकम् सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you all. I request Dr. Mansi Ma'am for the light lighting ceremony. Shubham Kurutam Kalyanam Arogyam Janasampadam Shubham Kurutam Kalyanam Arogyam Janasampadam Vinashaya Dipajyotir Namostute Dipajyotir Shubham Kurutam Kalyanam Arogyam Janasampadam. Facing this session. Now, I hand over the e-podium to our well coordinator, Dr. Anil sir.
Good morning, one and all. Now, I request Dr. Bhuvneshwari ma'am to introduce today's chief guest, Sri Dr. Sameer Naik sir.
Good morning, one and all. Now, it gives me immense pleasure and really feels great to introduce our today's chief guest and our teacher, Dr. Sameer Naik sir, MD Ayurveda and PhD. So begin with, sir was born on 22nd 5th 1972 in Akatangerhalli, Belgavi district. Sir completed his BMS from KL Shri BMK Ayurved Mahavidyalaya, Belagavi in the year 1996. Sir has completed his MD Ayurveda Kaya Chikitsa from the Government Ayurvedic College, Mysuru in the year 2000 under the AGHS Bengaluru. Sir has completed PhD in Kaya Chikitsa from the College of Pune in the year 2012 under the Bharati Vidyapit University, Pune. Sir worked as former professor and HOD Department of Kaya Chikitsa in KL Shri BMK Ayurved Mahavidyalaya, Belagavi. And Sir is presently working as professor and HOD Department of Rog Nidana, Krishna Ayurvedic Medical College, Sankeshwar. Coming to Sir's academic experience, Sir has a teaching experience of more than 20 years for both UG and PG students. Sir has organized 4 national and 4 state level seminars. Sir was resource person in more than 50 national and state level seminars and also attended more than 100 national and international seminars. Sir has presented more than 50 research papers in international and national level conferences. Sir has published more than 11 articles in national and international journals. Sir has done various research activities, such as he has conducted post-marketing clinical trial to assess many of our formulations like Tiktamruta and Shigrugupta Churna and Pakwa Karamarda Phala Churna in the management of various types of the diseases. Sir is such a great personality, has been awarded with awards like Ayurveda Bhushana in 2012 and Vaidya Visharada in 2013 and Vaidya Bhushana in 2014 from the different institute from different parts of India. Sir is such a motivating and energetic practitioner with the proven ability of effectively managing both personal and professional projects. Sir is a self-starter and strong independent doctor who is great example for all our young doctors like us to carry our careers. So with this introduction, I welcome Sir for the Kriya Kaushalya 2020. Thank you.
SPG Ayurvedic Medical College is a recently established college which has been established in the year 2019. Since then, they have come up in good condition. The teaching and other activities are regularly. And all of us, we know that due to COVID-19 pandemic condition and due to lockdown and other measures which government has taken, everything is paralyzed. All activities have been paralyzed. All activities, it may be educational, it may be economic, or it may be business. You can take everything is paralyzed. In such situation, SPD Ayurvedic Medical College has come up with good initiative thoughts, but they want to teach the students by means of different learning methods. And in this regard, they have started webinars and they have conducted so many webinars in different subjects. And it is encouraging, it is very encouraging. And I wish all the best to the SPD Ayurvedic Medical College. I know each and every staff, they are hard workers, they are hardworking, and their dedication and commitment is very good. And it's a good upcoming college. On 9th and 10th of this month, the institute is going to organize a webinar called Kriya Kaushalya to teach the students in the subject SHAREERA Kriya. And I wish all the best to the institute and management for the forthcoming webinar.
Thank you, sir, for your ambitious thoughts, which always keeps us motivating. I would also like to welcome another chief guest and person, our beloved Dr. Mansi Gadge ma'am. Ma'am was born on 9th December 1990 in Mumbai. Ma'am completed her BDS from SMBT Dental College and Hospital in 2012 and post-graduation in Orthodontics at YMT Dental College and Hospital, Kargar, Navi Mumbai, 2014 to 2017. Ma'am has work experience in various clinical areas like complete dentures, partial dentures, crown and bridge root canal therapy, osteoplasty, etc. Ma'am has keen interest in various areas of dentistry, that is removal, prosthodontics, fixed prosthodontics, implants, supported prosthetics, full mouth rehabilitation, etc. Has attended various national conference and workshop. Ma'am has also presented various posters, paper and table clinic presentation. Ma'am has secured first prize in table clinic presentation held at 43rd IPS Conference, Hyderabad. And also ma'am has secured second prize in case study held at 44th IPS Conference, Mumbai. Ma'am has also conducted various camps in rural areas and created awareness regarding oral health. Currently, ma'am is Managing Director of DBAETS SPG Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital, Belagavi. Under her constant support and guidance, college and hospital has gained popularity and emerging as a leading institution in the field of Ayurveda. With this brief introduction, we wholeheartedly thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and gracing this event with your presence.
A very good morning to one and all. As we all know, doing the best thing in the moment takes us in the best place for the next. Keeping this in mind, let us take one more step ahead in this field of learning. For one who wants to learn has no boundaries, and this pandemic has made us aware of many such platforms through which we have been able to keep continuing our learning process, giving knowledge to our students by online sessions, taking their online vivas, giving them home assignments, various projects, and so on. And I'm really glad to see that they have been doing really well. Also, I would like to congratulate the entire young and energetic staff of our SVG Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital for executing this second glorious event of Kriya Kaushalya 2020, the national level webinar on Kriya SHAREERA. After our first successful national level webinar recently held on 10th and 11th of July. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sameer Naik sir for being a constant support and guidance all around the year, who's also been our chief guest today. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. I would like to extend my sincere regards to all the speakers that are with us today. Dr. Akshar Kulkarni, Dr. Pratibha Kulkarni, Dr. Prasad Pankar and Dr. Ravi KV sir for taking out time from their busy schedule and being a part of this event today. I'm delighted to see the number of huge participants being with us as delegates on this national webinar, and I'm sure that our speakers will enlighten you with their knowledge and also make your subjects thorough, respectively. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Dr. S.V. Gaddihari Shetty sir, our principal, for being a constant support, and also our young and dynamic vice principal, Dr. Advais sir. My heartfelt wishes to all the entire team, all the delegates. I wish this event becomes a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your optimistic words. Now it's time to hear presidential talk of our young and dynamic Dr. Advais Sharkeri sir, who is working as vice principal as well HOD and reader in the department of Kriya Kaushalya at our college since 2019. Sir has also 5 years of experience in teaching field and more than 6 years of experience as a clinician. Welcome you, sir. Now I request Vice Principal sir to kindly address the session.
Good morning to one and all. I heartily welcome you all for this mega event, Kriya Kaushalya, a national level webinar on Kriya Sharira. So Kriya Sharira is defined as Doshadhatu Malanam Vivechanam, Shotagni Kriya Kalasya Pareshanam, Rogarogi Pariksha, Chikitsasya Vijnanam, Ayurvedasya Adharabhuta Siddhanta Adivihi, Yatra Varnante Shastram Sharira Kriya Hi Tata. So, this book, I feel immense pleasure to thank our founder, President, Sri S.P. Gadge sir, our chairman, young and energetic, Sri Amit Gadge sir, Managing Director, Dr. Mansi Gadge ma'am of SBG Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital, Belgavi, for the enormous support who encouraged us to conduct this webinar in this pandemic period. I take the privilege to thank today's chief guest, an eminent, legendary personality in the field of Ayurveda, my guru, who has been and still continues to be the inspiration to all the budding Vaidyas, Dr. Sameer Naik sir. Sir is a successful clinician and an academician serving since last 2 decades. And our second chief guest, our very own Dr. Mansi Gadge ma'am, a renowned dentist, young and energetic managing director of SBG Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital. Thank you both for boosting our morals with your words of wisdom. I would like to thank and congratulate the skeletal speakers of this webinar, Dr. Pratibha Kulkarni from Hassan, Dr. Akshar Kulkarni from Gujarat, Dr. Prasad Pankar from Maharashtra, Dr. Ravi K from Udupi for accepting our invitation and giving us a nod in no time to be the part of this mega event. I am overwhelmed with the response. We received more than 200 registration, which includes undergraduate students, postgraduate, teaching staff, practitioners from across India. My sincere gratitude to all the principals and management of various institutes for encouraging their students and staff to be the part of this webinar. I thank our beloved principal, Dr. S.V. Gaddihari Shetty sir, for his endless support, without whom this webinar would not be possible. I heartily congratulate the organizing committee, event coordinators, teaching and non-teaching staff. I appreciate the spirit of all the team members who contributed immensely. Your support helped us to arrange this mega event, Kriya Kaushalya 2020, a national level webinar on Kriya Sharira in this pandemic period. I wish all the best to the entire team of this webinar and pray Almighty for grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation, which keeps us encouraging. Without much delay, let's begin the most awaited scientific session. Please note all the delegates, that is, queries to be raised in chat box only. There should not be any discussion in chat box other than queries. In case of any technical issue, drop a message in chat box or WhatsApp group. Please check your connectivity for network issue. I repeat once again, queries to be raised in chat box only. There should not be any discussion in chat box other than queries. In case of any technical issues, drop a message in chat box or WhatsApp group. Please check your connectivity for network issue. Now, I have immense pleasure to introduce the guest speaker for morning session, Dr. Akshar Kulkarni. Sir has completed his BMS and MD Ayurvedic Siddhanta from Maharashtra University of Health. Sorry to interrupt. I welcome Dr. Akshar Kulkarni, sir. Sir has completed his BMS and MD Ayurvedic Siddhanta from Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nashik. Sir also pursued a master degree in Sanskrit from Kavi Kuluguru Kalidas Sanskrit Vidyapit, Ramtek, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Sir has completed his PhD in Ayurveda Sanhita from Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit, Pune. Sir is a recipient of Best Paper Award in National Conference in December 2016 at Kolkata, India. Sir has to his credit one book published. Sir has published 7 full-length research articles in peer-reviewed and index journal. Sir has academic experience of 7 years and presently working in a faculty of Ayurveda, Parul University as an associate professor in Department of Kriya Kaushalya. With this brief introduction, I welcome you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now I hand over to you, sir. Please carry on the session.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. I wholeheartedly thank the management, the administrative wing of the SBJ Ayurveda Medical College, Belagavi, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on the concept of Agni.
Sir,
am I audible, sir?
Please, sir, audible is there, but your video is off, sir. Please on
Just
your video, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Is it visible, sir, now?
No, sir. Still not visible. Audio is clear, sir. Video is not visible, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Fine, sir. There may be some issue with the network, sir. It will be visible because it is showing to me that your camera is turned on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We'll wait for 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Sure.
Sir, can you guide me how to present?
I'll make you presenter,
Sir, sir, now you are presenter, sir.
Yes.
You can share the screen. No
Yes,
problem.
yes. Okay, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah, screen is visible, sir.
Okay, sir. I think camera is still not visible, sir.
No, sir. Camera is still not visible, but your PPT is visible, sir. Your screen is visible.
Visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Entire screen is visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like the meeting icon is also there, sir. It is also visible.
Yeah, sir.
I think.
Now slideshow is visible, sir. Only regarding your video, sir. Video is not visible.
Yeah, I have turned it on, sir. It may take some time.
Okay, fine, sir. Fine, no problem, sir. You begin with the session, sir. No problem, sir.
Fine, sir. Sir, my screen along with the go to meeting tab is visible.
Yes, sir.
Fine, sir. Okay, sir. Right. So, namaste all. I will be discussing with all about the critical analysis of Agni. Hope all are comfortable with the English language. Sir, is it okay if I speak in English?
Fine, sir. It's fine.
Okay, sir. So, to begin with, we'll have Mangalacharan. Vishajam sadhu vrittanam bhadram agamashalinam abhyasta karmanam bhadram bhadrabhilashanam. So, here Acharya Vagbhata is praying for the kalyana of everyone, the Vishaja, those who are sadhuvritta, then Agama, those who are apta, those who indulge themselves in research, the Abhyasta Karma, and those who believe in Kalyana of others, that is Bhadram Bhadrabhilashanam. So we also think that everyone, Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. I have a submission here that whatever I am going to discuss today, a single word of it will not be devoid of whatever is there in our Aptopadesha. That is, na matra matram apyatra kinchit agam avarjitam. Whatever I have learned from Samhita, whatever I have learned from my gurus, I am going to convey it to you all. So in today's interactive session, we'll have the introduction of the topic, then the Nirukti of Agni, Utpatti of Agni, then synonyms, that is Pariyaya, Agni Sthana, Agni Bheda, Lakshana of Samma, Vishama, Bandha, and Tiksha Agni, importance of Agni, applied aspect, and one case study is there that I am going to discuss today. So before we begin, we should know what is Kriya Sharir. Okay. Can anybody tell? So is it allowed that the students will speak or the audience will speak?
Lot of disturbance is there, sir, at that time. So it
Okay,
is.
sir, fine, sir. I'll proceed again. No problem. Yes.
Yeah, you proceed, sir.
So what is Kriya Sharir? So it is nothing but, and why to learn Kriya Sharir? These are the two questions which I want to raise before we begin. Because any Samhita we take, Charak Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, or Ashtanga Hridaya, or any book also, there is an introduction. And in every introduction, the author describes his prayojana, that is aim of telling. Then Abhidheya, what he wants to tell, and Sambandha, what is the relation between what he is telling and what is the outcome of it. So that is why these two questions, what is Kriya Sharir and why to learn Kriya Sharir. So this is one quotation, Swarachita, that is Dosha Dhatu Maladinam Sara Agni Prakritinam Cha Samano Atmana Shastram Kriya Shariram Uchyate. What is Kriya Sharir? It is physiology. What do we learn in Ayurveda physiology? That is Ayurveda Kriya Sharir. We learn the functions and deformities of dosha, functions and deformities of dhatu and bala. Along with these, the examination aspects of normalcy of Sara, Agni, Prakriti. Then the aspects which we will not be able to, or we are not able to assess physically, that is Mana and Atma. the Shastra which deals with all these things is known as Kriya Sharira. So, why to learn this or why to discuss Agni? So, what is prayojan of Ayurveda? It is nothing but Dhatu Samya. Dhatu Samya Kriya Cha Ukta Tantrasyasya Prayojanam. What are dhatu? They are one which support the body. Dharana dhatava. Ta ete sharira dharana. Sharira dharana poshanabhyam dhatava. This is what Acharya Chakrapani says. Now, again, what is arogya? Arogya is nothing but dhatu samya. Health is what? It is dhatu samya according to Ayurveda. And dhatu, when Charaka says that vikaro dhatu vaishamyam samyam prakriti ruchyate in the 9th chapter of Sutrasthana, that is Kutaka Chatuspadadhyaya, there the definition of dhatu, he says dhatavaha rasadayaha vatadayaha api, when they are not normal, when they are not vitiated, when they are not vikruta, vata, pitta, kapha, when they are not vitiated, when they are not vikruta, they are also called as dhatu. And their normalcy, it depends on Agni. Shama prakopau doshanam sarvesham Agni samshritau. We know what is arogya, it is dhatu samya, it is dosha samya. Na rogastu dosha vaishamyam, dosha samyam arogata. And dosha vaishamya or dosha shamana, it is dependent on Agni. That's why we should learn Agni. Again, whatever we do in Chikitsa or whatever we learn in Ayurveda, in BAMS, we are ultimately going to be a physician or surgeons. So that is we learn in Kaya Chikitsa. What is it? Kayasya nama antaragnehe. Okay. So that is what Tasya Chikitsa, Kaya Chikitsa. We do Kaya Chikitsa means we do Agni Chikitsa. That's why we should understand Agni. Okay. What is it? Angati Vyapnoti. Where it is present? It is present everywhere. It is present everywhere. Angati Vyapnoti. It occupies whole body, responsible for all types of transformations in dosha, dhatu, and mala. And what is sharira formed of? Dosha, dhatu, mala, mulam hi shariram. When sharira is formed of dosha, dhatu, mala, and a factor which is responsible for the formation, transformation, and the metabolism of the dosha, dhatu, and mala, that entity is Agni. That's why we should learn Agni. Okay. What is Utpatti? How Agni is produced is here. Samirano Agnehe. What is it? It is Vata Dosha. Is responsible for Utpatti of Agni. Where it is given, the reference is in Vayus Tantra Yantra Dharaha Shloka, in Charaka Sutrasthana 12th Adhyaya, Vata Kala Kaliya Adhyaya, in 8th Shloka. Irana means motivation. Irana is motivation. What does Samana Vata does? It is located behind Agni. Antaragnesha Parshvasthaha Samano Agni Balapradaha. This is what the function of Samana is there. Samana is a type of Vata and it gives strength to the Agni. And we know in Sharangara, Acharya Sharangara says, what is the function of Prana or what is the function of Vayu? It gives strength to the Agni. Jivayan Jatara Nalam. In Sharangar Purvakhanda 5th Adhyaya, he narrates that Vata Dosha is responsible for the Utpatti and normalcy of the Agni. So, is there any physiological reference in any of the Samhita regarding how Agni is generated and how it is maintained? So, it is like Vata Dosha is responsible. How? Prana Pana Samanaistu Sarvataha Pavanaistrivihi Mayate Palyate Chapi Swam Gatim Avastitaihi. Okay. So Prana and Apana are responsible for ignition. Prana Apana Samana. Prana Panaihi Mayate and Samanaihi Palyate. This is written in Sushrut Samhita in 35th chapter. Okay, that Prana and Apana are responsible for the ignition of Agni, and Mapana, that is maintenance, the Palana, maintenance is done by Samanavada. Samana means what? It protects. Samyam Nayati iti Samana. It maintains the equilibrium. Samanavada. Okay. Now these are general. The significance of synonyms we will see here. Vanni, Anala, Pavaka, Hutashana, Bhakti, Paktru, Vaishwanara. These are the synonyms. This is the speciality of Sanskrit language, that in ancient times no written materials were available. So Acharyas used to by heart the shloka, and that shloka by heart, this one, parampara, was given to their shishyas. And that's why everything should be in shloka form. Sometimes what used to happen, that one word like Vanni used, if it is not fitting in Chandas, they used to use Anala. If Anala is not fitting in Chandas, that they used to use Pavaka. If that is also not, if a word which is having 4 letters is needed, then they used to use Hutashana or Paktri, Paktru or Vaishwanara. Like that. This is why the synonyms are there in Ayurvedic. What is the location of Agni? It is Grahanya Balam Agnirhi Sachapi Grahanim Shrita. Okay. So Agni is situated in Grahani, and that's why it is responsible for the function of Grahani, that is Anna Grahana. And it is responsible even for the Bala of Grahani. What is Grahani? In short, to understand at this UG level, Grahani is small intestine, which does Grahana of Anna from the Amashe. Okay. Now there are 13 types of Agni. Okay. So we know that Jatharagni, Bhutagni and Dhatuvagni. Here we should understand that Jatharagni is Pradhana, Bhutagni and Dhatuvagni are dependent on Jatharagni. So there are again types of Jatharagni: Samagni, Vishamagni, Mandagni and Tikshnagni. Then Bhutagni. 5 types, as we know: Parthiva, Apya, Agneya, Vayaviya and Nabhasa. The concept is, when we consume ahara, when we consume diet, we consume Panchabhautika ahara. And Jatharagni has these 5 elements, basic elements, because Jatharagni is also formed of 5 basic elements. And the element of Jatharagni which acts on particular element of ahara. For example, Parthiva ahara we have consumed. The Parthiva bhaga of Jatharagni which acts on Parthiva ahara ghataka is known as Parthiva Agni. Okay. Then, and so on. Next is Dhatuvagni. Deha Dhatu. They have their own Agni. Saptabhir Deha Dhataro means 7 dhatus. Dhatavaha Dvividham Pakam Yanti. They are converted or transformed into 2 types of Paka. After digestion, they are converted into 2 entities, that is Kitta and Prasada. That is, we know that Sara Bhaga and Kitta Bhaga. And Sara Bhaga, it nourishes Dhatu, and Kitta Bhaga, it nourishes Dosha and Mala. This is given in Charaka Sutrasthan 28th Adhyaya. Right? And this reference is from Charaka Samhita Grahani Adhyaya. Now, Bhutagni and Dhatuvagni, they act after the action of Jatharagni. This is clearly told by Acharya Chakrapani that Jatharena Agnina Purvam Krute Sanghata Bhede Paschat Bhutagnayaha Pancha Swam Swam Dravyam. Okay, so I think there is some technical error. Yes. Jatharena Agnina Purvam Krute Sanghata Bhede Paschat Bhutagnayaha Pancha Swam Swam Dravyam Pachanti means once the action of Jatharagni takes place primarily on Sthula Pachana, then in Sukshma Pachana, Bhutagni they take part. Ayam cha bhutagni vyaparo dhatushu api asti. Means this is Sthula Pachan, this is at the level of Grahani. There Agni, Jaఠaragni acts, and when after Sthula Pachana, the respective dhatu are absorbed in their respective srotas. When transformation begins there, the action of Dhatu Agni takes place. Okay. So here also, first Dhatu Agni will act and then Bhutagni will act. Dhatu Agni Vyaparo, Bhutagni Vyaparascha, Jaఠaragni Karmena Eva Uktodneya. Means what? First Jaఠaragni will act and then Bhutagni. And when it comes, this is at Sthula Pachana level. When it is at Sukshma Pachana, Dhatu Agni will act first and then Bhutagni will act. This is what Acharya wants to say. What are Jaఠaragni? What are that we will see. Now, yes. What is the Lakshana of Samagni? That we'll see now. Yes. Yah pachet samyak eva annam uktam samyak samastu asam. What is Samagni? Sama means what? Yogya, proper. This is quoted by Acharya Chakrapani in Charakas Vimanasthan second Adhyaya. What the meaning of Sama? Sama is Yogya, that is proper, appropriate, quality and quantity. What is Samagni? It digests properly. It digests the food properly if it is consumed in proper way. Now, what is the proper way? Proper way of consumption is explained by Acharya Charak in Charak Vimanasthan first Adhyaya. Okay, that is Ahara Vidhi Vishesha Ayatana and Ahara Vidhi Vidhana. This is what? This is not our context today, but what is the meaning of proper food is Tanmana Atmanam Abhisamiksha Samyak. Tanmana Munjita Atmanam Abhisamiksha Samyak. We have examined all and then we are consuming the food. Means what? That's why the proper consumption of food will be digested properly. Such Agni is called as Samagni. Then next, what is Vishamagni? Vishamagni is unpredictable. Sometimes, even if when we consume improper diet, apathya ahara, there is proper digestion. Okay, which should not happen. Sometimes, whatever we consume normally, pathya kara, it may digest or it may not digest. When I consume improperly, it may digest, or even if when I consume properly, it may not digest. So there is unpredictable nature of Agni. Such Agni is called as Vishama Agni. So this is quoted in Ashtanga Rudaya, Shareera Sthan 3rd Adhyaya. The Lakshana of Samagni, Vishamagni, Tikshna and Mandagni. So what is Tikshna? Tikshna one pachet shigram asamyak api bhujan. Asamyak, improper. It digests everything, whatever is consumed, even if it is improper. Such Agni is called as Tikshna Agni. Here one term is used by Acharya Vagbhata, that is Shigram. Shigram is what is the normal period for digestion that in coming slides we will be discussing. What is the normal time or what is the normal duration of Sthula Pachana and Sukshma Pachana of Ahara. So that particular duration is not followed by Tikshna Agni. Tikshna Agni, it digests the food before the prescribed time. Okay, so what is the time? Yamaihi Chaturubhyam Dvabhyam Cha. So in 4 Yama, there should be Sthula Pachana. 1 Yama is 3 hours. 4 Yama is 3 into 4, 12 hours. Usually in 12 hours, whatever we consume should be predominantly digested. Okay. So Tikshna Agni, it digests the food before that. Tikshno Agni Pache Chigram Asamyak Api Bhojanam. Next is Mandagni. Mandastu Samyak Api Upayuktam Chirat Pachate. Chirat, here we saw in Tikshna Agni, it is Shigram. What is here in Mandagni? In Mandagni, it is Chirat Pachate. Samyak Api Upayuktam. Even if the person consumes normally, even if the person consumes Pathya Ahara, it takes longer time for digestion. Takes longer time to digest the food, even if it is consumed properly. This is the Lakshana of Mandagni. Now, what is importance? Here in one shloka, the Acharya have explained everything. Whatever is there, why are we living is given here. Ayu, our life is dependent on Agni. Varna, the complexion. Bala, strength. Swasthya, health. Utsaha, our enthusiasm. Upachaya, our nourishment. Prabha, our luster. Everything is dependent on Agni. Oja, Tejo, Agnayaha. Agnayaha, remaining 12 types of Agni are dependent on Deha Agni Hetu. Oja, Tejo, Agneha, Prana. Again, Prana is also dependent on Agni. What happens if there is no Agni? Shante Gnam Mriyate. If there is no Agni, if Agni Mandya, extreme Agni Mandya is there, Mriyate, Mrityu, Marana is there. Yukte Chiranjivati. If it is Yukta, if it is Yogya, if it is normal, then the person lives long. Chiram, Jivati. And how? Anamaya. Anamaya means without any Amaya. Amaya means Roga. Without any disease, the person lives long and healthy life. If it is Vikruta, if Agni is Vikruta, then it causes Rogi. Rogi Syat Vikrute. And because of all these entities and all these Karana, what is Agni? Agni Moolam Tasmat Viruchyate. That's why Agni, Dehagni is called as Moolam. In the same way, one more place in Gulma Chikitsa Adhyaya, Acharya Charaka explains Shama Prakopa Doshanam. This we have seen earlier. Dosha Prakopa and Dosha Shamana are dependent on Agni. Tasmat Agnim Sada Rakshet. That's why we should always take care of our Agni. Nidana Nija Varje. Nidana, which are told in Grahani Adhyaya of Charaka Samhita, should be avoided. This is very important. Whatever we saw till now is the theoretical part and the basic part of Agni. Now we will see what is or how is Agni Pariksha done. Applied aspect. How many types of Pariksha are there? We know that there are 3 types of Pariksha. Pratyaksha, Anumana and Aptopadesha. Right? And these 3 we do with the help of Darshana, Sparshana, Prashna. Pratyaksha Pariksha is done with the help of Darshana, Sparshana and Prashna. Anumana is done by Darshana and Sparshana and also Prashna. Aptopadesha we do with the help of Prashna. Okay. Now, how it is told in Samhita that Agni Pariksha should be done with the help of Jarana Shakti. Agnim Jarana Shaktya Parikshe. Means what? This Agni cannot be examined directly. Agni needs something else. The entity Agni needs something else, that is Jarana Shakti, to be examined. Right? This is explained in Anumana Gamya Bhava by Acharya Charaka in Vimanusthan 4th Adhyaya. Agni Pariksha is done on the basis of the capacity of digestion. Right? Next is yes. Now, if I want to examine the digestion of a person, I should know the normal duration of digestion according to Aptopadesha. In Ashtanga Sangraha, Sutrasthana 11th Adhyaya, Matra Shitiya, Ashtanga Sangraha, it is written that Yamaish Chaturbhyam Dvabhyam Cha Vajya Vaishajyayo Same Papo Gno Yuktayo Prapcha Tikshne Mande Punaschirat. Okay, means what? 4 yama are required for the digestion of bhojan and 2 yama are required for the digestion of bheshaja. When? For samagni, same agno, chaturbhir yamaihi pako. Okay, so bheshaj bhojya. For bhojana, 4 yama are required. So 4 yama are equal to 12 hours. If Agni is Sama, Ahara requires 4 Yama for Sthula Pachana. Okay. And for Sukshma Pachana, it takes according to Dhatu, according to Srotas, we know. Okay. Now, how should I understand that the food has been digested? Sthula Pachana has been done. How should I come to know that Sthula Pachana has been done? So these are the Lakshana quoted by Ashtanga Sangraha in Matra Shiti again. Udgara Shuddhi Utsaho Vegot Sargo Yathojitaha. Laghuta Kshut Pipasa Cha Jirna Harasya Lakshana. How should I come to know that the ahara consumed by me has been digested, or by patient, ahara consumed by the person has been digested? So clear belching, Udgara Shuddhi, Shuddha Udgara. When we consume food, we get belching, but that belching or that burping, it has a smell of whatever we consume. And after the digestion, after 5 hours, 6 hours, depending on the Agni, it gives Shuddha Udgara. Okay. Utsaha, enthusiasm. We feel light, we feel enthusiastic. Okay. Once the ahara is digested. Vegotsarga, Mala and Mutra Visarjana, it occurs. That is one of the Lakshana of ahara jarana, that is jirna ahara. Laghuta, the person feels lightness in the body once the ahara is digested. Shuddha, person feels hungry, person feels want of food again. And Pipasa, the thirst, person feels thirsty once the food is digested. So these are the Jirna Ahara Lakshana. We should assess, the physician should assess these Lakshana for Jirna Ahara. Okay. Now, how to assess these? Assessment of Jirna Ahara Lakshana. Udgara Shuddhi. Okay, type of Agni. If it is Samagni, time required for the appearance of Udgara Shuddhi. If it is between 1 to 2 yama, means if it is up to 6 hours, the Agni is known as Samagni. If the time required is less than 1 yama, less than 3 hours, it is called as Tikshnagni. If it is more than 2 yama, that is, if it is more than 6 hours, it should be called as Mandagni. And sometimes this Udgara Shuddhi occurs very soon, sometimes it takes longer time, it is uncertain, means it is Vishamagni. Okay. Utsaha. Same, Samagni takes 6 hours, 3 to 6 hours, Tikshnagni less than 3 hours, Mandagni more than 6 hours, and Vishamagni is uncertain. Yes, now frequency of Purisha. What is it? What is told? Vegotsarga. Vegotsarga, Vegaha. Vega means what? Pravritti, Unmukhatvam, Mutra Purishadinam. Vega means what? Vega doesn't mean here speed or gati of vata. Vega here is natural urge. And commonly seen natural urges, commonly we can assess the natural urges. These are the Mutra Vega and Mala Vega. Now Mala Vega should be there. So what is normal frequency of Mala? Normal quantity is Purisha Sapta Anjalaya. Okay, Purisha says Sapta 7 Anjali, which is practically impossible for calculation. Now, if a person is passing the stools 2 times a day, which is quoted in the Shastras, that a healthy person with Samagni should pass Purisha 2 times. Then it is called as Samagni. More than 2 times, it is Tikshnagni. Less than 2 Purisha Vega per day, Mandagni. Or sometimes the people doesn't pass Purisha daily. Once in 2 days, like that, if it is there, it is Mandagni. And if it is uncertain, sometimes the person attains the toilet, sometimes doesn't. Or 4 times in a week, sometimes, or many times in a week, sometimes. Such, if it is the condition that such type of Agni is called as Vishamagni. Vegotsarga, Mutra. Again, we should pass Mutra 6 times. If not, we are consuming less water. If we are passing more than 6 times, we are consuming more water. So the person should consume water only when he feels thirsty. It is told in Ashtanga Udaya, fifth adhyay, that is Dravadravya Vijnani adhyay, the swastha person should not consume excess water unless it is Sharad Ritu or Grishma Ritu. Rute Sharad Nidaghabhyam Pibet Swasthopi Alpasha. The consumption of water should be minimal except in Grishma Ritu and Sharad Ritu. Other Ritus, the person should consume, even if he is swastha, he should consume minimal water, Alpasha. Okay. So when I feel thirsty, then only I should consume water. Right? So if based on the consumption of water, if I am passing urine 6 times, 6 to 7 times or 8 times, it is called as samagni. If it is more than 6 to 8 times, it will be 10 times, 12 times, you have to see that you are not consuming more water. If you are not consuming more water and still you are passing more urine, then it is Tikshnagni. If it is less than 6 Mutra Vega, it is Mandagni. And if it is uncertain, sometimes you pass more urine, sometimes less urine, it is Vishamagni. Now, this is one aspect. This is dependent on, again, other factors, like how much water you consume, what is your status of work. If you are sitting in air condition and you are working, you will definitely pass more urine. And if you are sweating more, you will pass less urine. So this aspect should be taken into consideration. And then this aspect of Vegotsarga of Mutra should be applied to the Jarana Lakshana of Agni. Laghuta. It is said, no, that even if we do Rakta Parikshana, that is the hematological examinations or any examination, at the bottom we have one line, please correlate clinically. In the same way, even if Mutra Vega or Purisha Vega is there, we have to assess other parameters, other 10 parameters which are told by Acharya Vagbhata. They are Dushyam, Desham, Balam, Kalam, Analam, Prakritim, Mayaha, Sattvam, Sattvam, Tithaharam, Avasthascha, Pruthak Vidaha. Okay, so these are the different aspects which we should take into consideration, and then we should assess these parameters. Laghuta. If the person feels Laghuta in 3 to 6 hours, that is 1 to 2 yama, the Agni is told as or called as Samagni. If it is less than 1 yama, if it is less than 3 hours, Laghuta occurs, it is Tikshnagni. And the person, if he is feeling Laghuta after 6 or more hours, it is Mandagni. And as always, for Vishamagni, it is uncertain. Shudha, the feeling of the hunger. Between 1 to 2, before 6 hours and more than 3 hours, if this is the duration of Shudha, Shudha is hunger. If the person feels hungry after consumption of previous food, after 3 hours to 6 hours, then it is termed as Samagni. If it is less than 3 hours, it is Tikshnagni. If it is more than 2 hours, it is Mandagni, and uncertain for Vishamagni. Of course, it depends on how much quantity of food you consume. Okay, if you consume less quantity, it is definitely the person will feel hungry again, appetite again before 3 hours. So that should be taken into consideration, that the person takes full meal. After full meal, if again he feels hungry between 3 to 6 hours, it is Samagni. Before 3 hours, it is Tikshnagni. More than 6 hours, it is Mandagni, and uncertain in case of Vishamagni. Now, Pipasa, that is thirst, same. Samagni, Vishamagni, Mandagni, and Tikshnagni. It is Samagni always 3 to 6 hours, Tikshnagni less than 3 hours, Mandagni more than 6 hours, that is 2 yama, and uncertain in case of. So here is one table. I hope it is visible to you. Jarana Shakti Pariksha. Okay, so here are the grades depending on types of Agni and the frequency. Okay, and nature. Okay, the gradings have been given here. How many hours after food intake you get clear belching? If it is getting less than 3 hours, 3 points should be given. If it is between 3 to 6 hours, 2 points should be given. More than 6 hours, 1 point should be given. So this I am telling you the practical assessment of Agni, how to assess it, how each character has to be assessed. And if this is occurring mostly in a week, then you have to give 2 points in separate column. And if it is sometimes, you have to give 1 mark. Okay, nature and frequency, it is mostly and sometimes, separate marking. And type of Agni, separate marking has to be done. Same has to be done for each parameter: Udgara Shuddhi, Utsaha, Purisha Vega. There are two, this one, Purisha Vega, number of Mala Vega in a day, and how many hours after food intake. This has to be assessed, and marks have to be given in accordance with the same. Okay, so same with the Mutra Vega, number of Mutra Vega in 24 hours. 7 to 8, 3 marks, 5 to 6, 2 marks, and it is, if it is more than 6, 1 mark has to be given in one column. And in next column, if this condition is mostly, then 1 mark and 2 marks, and sometimes it is 1 mark. So same has to be done with Laguta, Shudha, Pipasa. Okay, and then we come to the interpretation. Yes, how to interpret? We know we have given marks in the first 3 columns. First column, that is either 2 marks or 3 marks or 1 mark. If that tally comes in between 8 to 13 marks, it has to be considered as Mandagni. If it is, the tally comes between 14 to 18, it is Samagni. If the total comes between 19 to 24, it has to be considered as Tikshnagni. And behavior or nature, the second column marks, certain and uncertain marks, when they come in between 8 to 12, it is uncertain, and such Agni has to be termed as Vishamagni. If the scoring comes 13 to 16, the Swarupa of Agni is certain. Okay, Swarupa of Agni is certain. If the tally, the total of the marks in the another column, either 2 or 1, it comes between 13 to 16, then only we can decide either it is Mandagni or Samagni or Tikshna. If the tally comes somewhere between 8 to 12, it becomes Vishamagni. Okay, so here we can do Vinishchaya of Agni, right? Whether if it is Mandagni, Samagni or Tikshnagni. This assessment of Agni tool has been developed by myself and Dr. Nehal Reddy, and it has been published in a PubMed in an indexed journal. Okay, and it is available on ResearchGate. The content validation of the questionnaire, of this questionnaire, has been done, and it is published, right? So this is the one aspect of Agni we have seen. Whatever is good here in my presentation is because of my Guru. Yadatra Gauravam Kinchit Tad Gurureva Me Nahi. And whatever is lacuna in this presentation or in this discussion, that is because of me, nothing related to my Guru. Yadatra Laghavam Kinchit Tad Mamaiva Gurur Nahi. So I would like to present one case here. What is the importance of Agni here? We will see. I'll demonstrate one case. Hope it is visible. The PPT is visible to you. Yes. A case study has been discussed. Case description is an 80-year-old Indian male with complaint of skin lesion visited to my OPD. The Pradhana Vedana were Sarvanga Toda, Kandu since a week, Twak Arakta Varnata since 1 week, Mandala Utpatti and Twak Patana, that is the scales were removed once the person scratches it. So these were the Vedana. On assessment, so he was known case of diabetes and hypertension. After clinical examination, it was revealed that reddish skin patches were there, shedding of skin on itching was there, and itching was so severe that it used to affect the normal sleep of the person. So these are some lesions. This is one patch. These are the patches at the back. These are the patches. So you can see the skin thickness here. It is very severe. Here also the same. The scales were there on the front surface, on the chest and the abdomen also. Now on examination, the observations were like the prakriti of the individual was Pitta Pradhana Vata Anubandha. Our Sara person was there definitely because of the age. Sammanana was Krisha. What was the major thing I observed is the Agni was Visham, uncertain. Sometimes whenever he used to eat normally, he couldn't digest it, or sometimes if he eats pathi also, he used to get indigestion. And Mala, that's why the effect we know that we saw that Agni Pariksha is done based on the Charana Shakti, and one of the parameter is the Purisha Vega. So Avashtamba was there. Ketu, what I found is Adhyashana. He used to consume frequent foods. This was his habit. He used to consume the food frequently. And he used to think a lot about his family and Atichinta. It caused Agni Vaishamya. Directly it affected on Agni. And Hetu, mainly what I found in this person was indigestion, and that reflected in improper dhatu poshana and undigested food, undigested ahara, pak, improperly digested food was carried to the dhatu, and that was reflected on upadhatu of the mamsa dhatu, that is twacha. So he was given Deepana Chikitsa along with the Rakta Vahasrotogami Chikitsa, and he got complete relief in 4 months. And after the treatment, these are what the patches, what we can see. This is how the patient recovered. These are the hands. You have seen the earlier picture, and you are seeing the latter pictures now. So that's all from my end. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to interact with you people. Again, I reiterate that Yadatra Gauravam Kinchit Tad Guroreva Menavi, Yadatra Laghavam Kinchit Tad Gurore Tad Mamaiva Guror Nahi. So if you have any queries, please, Madam has also said that you can drop your questions in the question box.
Yes, sir.
So please, if you have any queries, yeah, please. Yes, Dr. Sharma is asking. You told prana and apana vata are responsible for production of agni by production of friction, but as we know that prana vata is located in chest and thorax, and apana vata is present in rectum. So there are other vata. Vata is one only. You might have learned this in Tarka Sangraha that vata is one. Upadhi Vedat prana panadi saujnyam labate. Vata is one only, and vata is present everywhere. When it goes in apana kshetra, it is called as apana vata. When it goes in chest, it is called as prana. When it goes in grahani, it is called as samana. Same vata performs different functions. This is told by Acharya Charak also that dosha, tridosha, vata, pitta, kapha are located everywhere in the body. Okay, how it is? When Acharya Charaka tells about samana vata, Sweda dosham vahini srotamsi samadhishtita antaragnesha parshvastha samana agni balapala. So when samana is located, or prana is located, or vayu is located in Sweda vahasrotas, dosha vahasrotas, and ambu vahasrotas, it is present everywhere. Okay, so it is not that prana is located only in thorax. Even if prominently Acharya Charaka has told that Vayu Pranotra Murdhagaha and Nasa Nabhi Gala. So it moves from Nasa Nabhi Gala everywhere. So starting from Nabhi to Nasa and Gala, everywhere it moves, right? So there are other vata also which are present nearby the location where the Agni is located. So other vata does also have some contribution. Yes, other vata also have contribution and maintenance of Agni. Definitely. It was a good question. Yes. How to improve the Agni level, sir, from Vishamagni to Samagni? Yes, it is also a good question. See, the natural way to improve Agni is to do Vyayama. Acharya Charaka, when he explains Viruddha Ahara, Anyatha Vyayamagni Bala, whenever he explains about Ahara, all are advised to protect Agni. All are asked to avoid Viruddha Ahara. All are asked to avoid Vishmashana. But there is a condition, except Vyayamagni Bala. The person whose Agni is maintained by Vyayama, such person need not worry about anything. So the best Agni, best Vyayama to protect Agni is Surya Namaskara. We know that sun is the god of fire, and he will definitely protect our Agni. And even if this is the spiritual aspect, even if we see the materialistic aspect, that the postures which are there in Surya Namaskara, they create or they give exercise to all parts in this way, in such a way that the blood, that is pranaha shunitam anuvartate, it is said, and raktam jiva iti sthiti. Where there is a rakta, there is jiva. So if we want our whole body to be functional, rakta should reach there. Okay. And in Vishuddha Rakta Purusha, it is told that avyahata patru vega. The person whose Agni vega is avyahata, is normal, such person will have Vishuddha Rakta. Okay. So when we do Vyayama, especially Surya Namaskara, then ultimately it is going to act on our Sampurna Deha and Agni, and that will help us to improve our Agni level from Vishamagni to Samagni. Yes, respected Sir Vani, Rajeshri Vani, we decide, just a moment, we decide Shodhana Prakara, that is Tikshna Madhya Mrudu according to Agni and Koshtha. Then in Vishamagni patient, how to decide Shodhana Prakara? It is difficult to treat a person with Vishamagni. The state of Agni, and when we start Snehana to that person, we will decide one type of Agni, and we have to observe Samyak Snigdha Lakshana. Only based on Samyak. For example, if Vishamagni person comes to us and we start Snehana, If the Snehana is completed between 3 to 5 days, we treat it as a Samagni and we give Madhyama Shodhana. And again, we observe the patient. When we give matra of Aushadha in Madhyama, for Madhyama Shodhana, and the person or the patient, he does not get Madhyama Shodhana, he gets our Shodhana, we increase the matra of Aushadha. Or if it is excess, if whatever Madhyama matra we give, if it is excess for that person, we again reduce or we give antidote of that Shodhana Dravya. It has to be done. It has to be done. So this is how it should be done in case of Vishamagni. Does Pitta Prakriti have special? Yes, please. Sir.
Sorry, sir. One more question has been left. That is Agni Bala defines a Bala of an individual? The question has asked, is Agni Bala defines a Bala of an individual? The question has been left, sir.
Okay. So, Bala Pariksha is, it depends on Agni, but for assessment of Bala, Agni we cannot consider or we should not consider. Because it is completely clearly told that Balam Vyayama Shaktya Pariksha. The capacity of individual to perform Vyayama defines his Bala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we know that Bala is dependent on Dhatu and his Poshana, which is indirectly or directly dependent on Agni. So, we can say that Bala is also dependent on Agni. That's why in Dashavidha Pariksha, where we have to do Bala Pariksha, Agni is also mentioned. That is Dusham, Desham, Balam, Kalam, Analam. This Anala is Agni. So that has to be assessed for Bala Pariksha. But directly Bala Pariksha, we cannot say that this person is Samagni, so this person will be Balavan. This person has Dikshnagni, so this person will be. This cannot be said. That has to be assessed based on his Bala only. That is Vyayama only. Okay. Yes, so,
yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes.
How
to improve the Agni level is what?
Yeah,
yes,
that,
sir, yes.
that has been clear. The next question has asked, does Pitta Prakriti have some special effects over the Agni?
See, we know that Prakriti cannot be changed. Okay, but it is observed commonly that Pitta Prakriti persons are having Tikshnagni. So, Prakriti, we know it is what? Dosha Sthiti. Janma Maranantarala Bhavini Nirvikarani Dosha Sthiti. When Garbhava Kranti Samaya. So, at the time of formation of Garbha, the status of Dosha decides Prakriti. Whereas, and based on that, the Pradhana Agni or Agni status of that particular person will be decided. But if there is some apachara by person, like Aharaja or Viharaja, that will affect Agni. And straight answer to this question is yes, Pitta Prakriti has a special effect on Agni, because we know all influence is because of Mahabhuta. Even if Pitta Prakriti or Prakriti is decided by dosha, ultimately Mahabhuta they act and they have effect on Agni. Like in general, if we consider 100 persons who are having Pitta Pradhana Prakriti, Pitta Pradhana Kaphanubandhi or Pitta Pradhana Vatanubandhi, we will see out of those 100 patients, in 80% people that Agni is Tikshna, is seen. So definitely Pitta Prakriti has an effect on Agni.
Yes, sir.
So how to understand Dhatu Agni and Bhuta Agni? Yes, sir.
Yeah. The next question they have been asked, the same one, that is how to understand the Dhatu Agni and Bhuta Agni in modern perspective.
Modern perspective. See, there are two aspects. That we need something to assess for materialization. Like if we want a report of something, then we go for modern. And the modern tools are not so advanced that we can assess Dhatu Agni or Bhuta Agni. Even Jathara Agni cannot also be directly assessed based on modern perspectives.
Yes.
So there are no tools to understand Dhatu Agni or Bhuta Agni. Only answer to this is we can assess the arata of Dhatu to assess Dhatu Agni. And that particular Dhatu is formed of that particular Bhuta. That, for example, Asthi or Mamsa, we know that they are Prithvi Mahabhuta Pradhan. If Mamsa and Asthi of those people are good, like bone mineral density is good, we can assume that the Asthi Dhatu Agni of that person is better. or it is good, in good condition. It is in sama condition. That's how indirectly we can assess. And there are different tools. For example, just now I had told for assessing Asthi Dhatu Agni, we have to go for bone mineral density. That how dense or how Saravan that Dhatu is. Based on that, we can assess Bhutagni or Dhatu Agni. That's all. It will be different for different Dhatu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And
Yes,
the further question Tusha has asked, sir, in bodybuilding, they eat food in every 2 to 3 hours. So
Yes.
in that case, also, their Agni should be Samya or Tikshna.
No, their Agni is neither Sama nor Tikshna. Rather, if the person's Agni is Sama, that is going to be Vishama because of Adhyashana. Because in bodybuilding, they tell that you have to consume every high protein diet and every 2 to 3 hours. So every entity in our body has some threshold. Like for example, if I am eating after every 2 hours, my body or my Agni will tolerate it for some period, and that will depend on strength of my Agni and what I have got gift from my parents. Okay, in the form of Agni. If I am having Tikshna Agni, there will be no much effect. But if Samagni, Mandagni or Vishamagni is there, that is going to cause diseases. Samagni is there, it will be converted because of this Adhyashana into Vishamagni either or Mandagni. If Mandagni is there, that will be converted into a diseased condition. If Tikshnagni is there, it may go in Mandagni state. And Vishamagni, as always, we cannot predict. Sometimes there will be no effect on Vishamagni person or Vishamagni, or sometimes there will be effect. So, if to satisfy this question, this habit is not good for always. For some period of time, like for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, till you do not suffer any Agni Vikruti, this is allowed. Ideally, it should not be done because it is Shastra Viruddha, and we will, even if we see the practical things, eating many times will definitely affect our digestive capacity.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The next question has asked, sir, is there Agni and Pitta are same? How Agni is present in Pitta?
Agni or Pitta are not same.
Yeah.
But Agni is residing in Pitta. Pitta acts as medium for Agni. Why it is different or how it is different? If we see the definition of Swastha, what is said? Samadosha, Samagnisha, Samadhatuma. So Samadosha, dosha are Vata Pitta Kapha. Here Pitta he has told, Acharya Sushruta. And again he maintains Samagnisha. So when he says Samadosha, he need not say Samagni again, because if Pitta and Agni are same, he should have only same Samapitta. So he has not said like that. Samadosha, where Pitta is included, Samagnischa and Samagni. So he clearly says that there are 2 different entities. Again, when we see types of Pitta, there are Pancha Pitta, explained by Acharya Sushruta, and types of Agni are different. So these are 2 different entities. Again, when we see effect of Dravya, Ghrita is Agni Deepana, whereas Ghrita is Pitta Shamaka. So definitely these are 2 different entities. Clinically also and according to Shastra also. And the second part of the question, how Agni is present in Pitta. See, whatever functions of Pitta are done, they are done because of Agni present in it. This is quoted by Acharya Charaka in Vatakala Kaliyadya. He says that Agni Reva Shareere Pittantargataha Kupita Kupitani Shubha Shubhani Karoti. Agni only does Pitta functions because it is residing in Pitta. So it is Ashraya Ashraya. We know that Pitta is residing in Rakta. But there Acharya Vagbhata has not quoted. This is quoted by Acharya Sushruta and Acharya Charaka that Pitta gives Ashraya to Agni. That is, Agni resides in Pitta. And how it is done, how we cannot say how or why, we cannot answer this. But it is there because depending on functions we can understand. Depending on functions of Pitta, we can understand that. And it is clearly told by Acharya Charaka that Agni Reva Shareere Pittantargataha, by residing in Pitta. Kupita Kupitani Shubha Shubhani Karoti. Whatever Kupita Akupita karma of Pitta, it is because of Agni. When Agni is Manda, Pitta Vikruti will occur. When Agni is Tikshna, again Pitta Vikruti will occur. Agni is Sama, Pitta Vikruti won't occur. Pitta will be functioning normal. Yes. Next question is how to assess Jirna Ahara Lakshana except Agni?
Yes, sir.
I didn't get the question. Except Agni means what? How to assess Jirna Ahara Lakshana?
How to assessment Jirna Ahar Lakshana except Agni? I think the question has been, they have been confused, sir. They have asked.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll answer the first half, that how assessment has to be done.
Yes, sir.
The quotation was there in presentation also. Udgara Shuddhi, Utsaha, Vego, Sargo, Yatho, Jitra. Those Lakshana we should take into consideration for assessment of Jarana Ahara. Okay. And this except Agni I didn't get. So, okay. Any other question, please?
Yes, sir. That is, they have asked, sir, in some person there is a Shuddha Vega.
Yes.
Shuddha Vega in midnight. Then, is it correct to eat at midnight as Madhya Kala of Ratra is Kala of Pitta? They are asking the question.
Not just Kala of Pitta. You see, Acharya, Charaka, Acharya, Sushruta, Acharya, all these three, our three have told that once Suryasta occurs, when there is Suryasta, we should not consume food because the Srota Mukha, they become Samruta. That is, they close Srota Sammukha. Annavaha Srotas and the Rasavaha Srota Mukha, Udaya, Dashatamanya, it becomes narrow. This is clearly told. So once Suryasta occurs, we should not consume food at all. If at all there is hunger and which is not tolerable, we can consume liquid diet. Like Kshira, Pana can be done. But it should be Samskarita Kshira, Samskarita Dugdha, Samskarita milk. Like you can give Samskara, like depending on the Kala. Like if it is Madhya Ratra and the person is feeling hungry, then there is some vikrutis there. So in such condition, Ananta Siddha Kshira or Shunti Siddha Kshira can be consumed. If some persons, there is Kshuddha Vega in midnight, is it correct? It is not correct. Okay, it is not at all correct. But if the person is unable to tolerate his hunger, this we can say Yukti can be adopted and the person can consume liquid diet, that too Samskarita, which will not affect his Agni or which will not cause. Usually it is observed that a person's consuming milk just before going bed or at midnight, they suffer from Pratishaya. Because we know that Madhura Shita, Rasa, Vipak and Virya of milk is Shita Virya, Madhura Rasa and Shita Guna, all. So it causes Pratishaya. But if it is Samskarita with the help of Shunti or Haridra or with the help of Ananta, that may not cause complication. So this is Yukti for the same. Sir, how can we relate Agni with modern aspect, metabolism, catabolism, anabolism? See, if we want to correlate Agni, realistically, we know that there are digestive enzymes. And there are n number of enzymes, around 49 to 50 enzymes are present in the form of hormones also, in the form of enzymes also. So these can be correlated with Agni. But what I want to insist is we better will not compare the modern aspect with the Ayurveda, because Ayurveda is very much unique and Shashwat, and we will keep our concepts in our this one only, like Ayurveda concepts only. We should not mingle them with the modern science. So this is what my suggestion is. But if at all we have to compare it, we have to, for understanding, we can compare it with enzymes, digestive enzymes. We can compare. Can we call it as activity or digestive? Yes, we can call it as not digestive juices, but the enzymes. Digestive juices can be compared with the Pitta and whatever enzymes which are responsible for actual degradation of food and absorption of food, that can be said as Agni. Yes, next please. Is there any questions, sir?
Yes, sir. Right now, all the questions and queries are over, I think so. And I'm very thankful you, sir. It was absolutely marvelous talk. Thank you, sir, for illuminating us and making us topic easy to understand. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes, thank you all from the organizers and from the administration of the institute who have given me opportunity to with your. There was a good response from students also, from the audience, from the faculties also. So thank you for the opportunity. I also thank the of SBG Ayurveda Medical College and the trustee and organizing committee, vice chair, principal, sir, organizing committee for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you.
The
Yes.
next session will begin within 5 to 10 minutes. So
I think, sir, there is one question.
yes.
Aditya is in Rasasara. Is it Twaksara? But Twak is Upadhatu of Mamsa. How can we understand this? Okay, context is
Yes.
different, but I would like to answer this question. Rasasara as such word is not there. So it is very nice question.
Yes.
Usually we should not say. Nobody has used Rasasara because Rasa is not
Yes.
physically accessible or accessible to us. What is Rasa expressed in is it is expressed in Twak. So it is called as Twaksara. Okay. And Twak is Upadhatu of Mamsa. How can we understand this? Yes, it is Upadhatu of Mamsa because its Utpatti is from Mamsa Dhatu. That's why it is Upadhatu of Mamsa. And whatever these concepts are there, Upadhatu or Dhatu, these are all clinical, having clinical relevance or clinical structures. These are not the anatomical, entities. Or whatever acharyas have given anatomy, even Sharira in Sushruta, that is clinical anatomy. And when it is observed that treating skin, it goes very much nearer to the Siddhanta of treating Mamsa or Mamsa Vahasroddas. That's why this is said as Upadhatu of Mamsa. Right? So this is how we can understand.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please explain this last one again. So the same again. Rasara is not the word. Word is Twaksara. Why it is so? Because Rasa is not accessible. We cannot examine Rasa Dhatu. Or if at all we have to examine, we can examine it on Twacha, that is skin. That's why this Sara is called as Twaksara. Okay. And
yeah,
as it is produced from Mamsa, it is called as Upadhatu of Mamsa, Twacha. There is no limit or there is no boundary for any dhatu to be expressed. So as it is expressed on Twacha, it is called as Twaksar. There is no relation of Mamsa in case of Sar. Twacha are Upadhatu of Mamsa because they are Utpatti. The Utpatti of Twacha and Shat Twacha is done from Mamsa. Okay. Please explain this last one, Abhishek. Sir, please explain. Sir, this one too, please explain. Which one? I am not able to read.
Same thing, sir.
Can
Same
you-
thing. Same thing. That same
okay.
question they have been asked. Actually, we have due to the short of time, we have wind up. No, that. Oh,
Okay. Fine.
yes. Sir.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Dr. Aditya,
Yes,
Dr. Abhishek? Yeah, okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sir.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
yes.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to everyone. I hope each and everyone has cleared the doubt. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Within a few minutes, we'll start the
Yes,
next
sir.
session. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, how should I stop the presentation?
Yes. Just come out of screen, sir, and sharing screen.
Okay, sir. Just a moment.
And you can leave the meeting, sir. Then.
No, sir. I just can I attend the next session? It is our madam, Pratibha Kulkarni, madam.
Sure. No,
That's
no,
why.
sir, no problem. No problem, sir. You can attend, sir. Please.
Okay.
It's our pleasure, sir.
So, yes, sir. Just I will attend few minutes. I will interact with madam and then I will leave, sir.
Yeah, sir. No problem, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Pratibha madam, am I audible for you?
Sir, you are audible. I am not Dr. Pratibha. She will
Okay,
join.
okay.
I am just trying it once.
Just wait, sir. Mm.
Video is not switching on.
Oh, you just switch off the camera, sir. It's okay. And then you can once again start the camera.
Still you are not visible. It's okay, sir. You can switch off the camera, right? No, it's okay.
No, it is switched off only, but it's not switching on.
Switching on. Okay, okay. Pratibha madam, am I audible? Are you there?
ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಹಾ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹಾ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಆನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ತಗೋತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ.
Yes, we apologize, but we are experiencing difficulty in video conference.
Hello, Anil. We apologize, but we are experiencing difficulties with video conference and are no longer able to share your camera ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ.
It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. You
It's
only
okay.
share the screen, ma'am. No problem.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, no problem.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಹಾ ಈಗ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್?
Yes, ma'am. ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ನೋ ನೌ ದೆನ್?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear, ma'am.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
Done. ಚಿಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ತರಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Hello? Hello, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, we'll start the session in 10 minutes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am? Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡ್ರಿಪ್ಪ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಅಗಳೇ ಒಂದು ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
Okay. अक्षर कुलकर्णी
सर 11:45 पे चालू होगा दूसरा ऐसा बोल रहा है इसमें है शेड्यूल क्योंकि यहाँ तो शुरू तो तभी होगा टाइम पे होगा ये ऑन होगा ऑन इधर ये है
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Ma'am, అలా వెళ్ళు. Oh. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there? Hello. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಮ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಹಲೋ. ಹಲೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. Am I audible, ma'am? Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, kindly connect your audio, ma'am. It is showing not connected. It's connected, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay, no?
yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
it's fine, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, okay. Good morning, one and all. I, Dr. Anita Dalwai, welcome you all for the forenoon session. May I have a pleasure to introduce the guest lecturer for the forenoon session, Dr. Pratibha Kulkarni, ma'am. Pratibha Kulkarni, ma'am, has completed her BMS from Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Bijapur, and her MD/IU in Siddhanta from BNMR College, Bijapur, under RGHS University. Ma'am has worked as lecturer, associate professor at various colleges in Karnataka. Presently, ma'am is working as professor and HOD of department in Department of Kriya Kaushalya since 8 years. Ma'am has total 22 publications in national and international journals. Few are Pranavashrotas and Different Prakritis, Swabhava Paranamavada, Siddhanta, A Critical View, and much more. Ma'am has also worked in funded research named Survey on Pranavashrotas and Different Prakritis under RGHS. Ma'am has total 77 presentations in various state, national, and international level seminars all over India. Ma'am has given various radio talks at All India Radio in different places at Dharwad, Chitradurga, Hassan on different topics. Ma'am has also published 2 textbooks on Kriya Kala released during July 2016 from Chaukamba Orienta, Varanasi. Ma'am has worked as coordinator for NAC criteria of KLU BMK Ayurvedic Mahavidyalaya and also worked as organizing member at various seminars at KLU BMK College. Ma'am has guided 20 students of post-graduation department of Kriya Sharira at SDM CAH Hassan from 2012 to 2020. Ma'am is working as coordinator for Women's Cell. Ma'am has some future plans. As such, she is planning to establish a good museum which should be very informative and easily understandable to the common people also. There are much more to say. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being with us. I'll hand over the e-podium to Pratibha, ma'am.
Very good afternoon to one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Screen. ಇಲ್ಲಿ open ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Whether the screen is visible?
No, ma'am, it's not visible, ma'am. Ma'am, it is visible, ma'am. Kindly share the PPT, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll click PPT. Now?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Here, no, it is not opening. The screen share option is not opening.
Ma'am, do one thing, ma'am. Just stop share screening and again share it on. Again share it, ma'am.
Okay. Stop sharing.
And in that is select PPT, ma'am.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ. Now?
No, madam, you do one thing. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಅಂತ ಇದು ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್, ಅದ್ರ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಅಂತೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ.
ಮೇಲ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು.
ಈಗ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿಯೋದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಆಡಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ Madam, now you can share the screen.
Your screen ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾ ಈಗ ಬಂತು. ಸರಿ.
Camera.
The PPT is hello.
It is visible, madam. Now it is visible.
Visible. Shall we start then?
Yes, ma'am. Just make it a slide show. Slide show ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ.
Yeah. Slide show. Very good afternoon to one and all. As somebody has introduced me, myself Dr. Pratibha Kulkarni, Professor and Head Department of Kriya Sharira, SDM College of Ayurveda and Hospital, Hassan. The topic given to me is concept of ojas and its applications. Already, you people may have studied about ojas. Let us see how best this ojas can be applied. Ojas can be applied in various ways. Let us see its applications, how it can be applied. So these are my contents. Moving on to the introduction of today's presentation. Sharirendriya Sattvatma Sanyogodari Jivitam. This shloka is told very initially in Charaka Sutrasthana first chapter, wherein the explanation of Ayu is done here in this shloka. Ayu is the one which is made up of Sharira, Indriya, Sattva and Atma. The Sanyoga or the combination of all these four is called as Ayu. Here Dari is given as one of the synonym for Ayu. Here Sanyoga is the combination of all these things. Sanyoga or the binding which is done, that entity is called as ojas here. Ojas is an entity which gives strength to keep body, sense organs, mind and soul together. Another quotation which gives explanation about ojas is Deha Sthiti Nibandhanam, the one which helps for the proper functioning of the body. For the functional harmony, ojas is needed. For the normal balancing, normal regulation of body functions, ojas is required. Coming on to the definition of ojas. Oja Shabdaha Yadyapi Rase Api Vartate. From Charaka Sutrasthana 30th chapter, Tika or commentator explains like Oja is very similar, is having similarity with that of the Rasa. Rasa and Ojas are considered as a synonym words again here because of the similar quality present in both of them. That is, both of them are Saumya in nature, both of them are made up of Jalamahabhuta. So we can say that Oja and Rasa are having quite similarity. Yat Shariras Rasa Sneha. According to Charaka Sutrasthana 30th chapter, Oja is again having Snigdata, the Snigda quality which is present in the Rasa or in whole of the body, that is due to Ojas. And Tatra Rasadinam Shukrantanam Dhatunam Yatparam Tejaha Tat Ojaha. According to Sushruta Sutrasthana 15th chapter, it is explained that the utpatti of dhatu starts from rasa dhatu, it ends up to shukra dhatu. So from rasa up to the shukra or after the formation of shukra, the essence part which is formed, that is called as ojas here. So ojas is considered as the essence part starting from rasa up to shukra dhatu. And pranayatanam uttamam. 10 pranayatanas are explained in our science. According to Sushruta Sutrasthana 15th chapter, pranayatana is the one where the place where the prana is located. So such pranayatanas are explained. They are 10 in number. Out of 10, ojas is also one of the pranayatana. So 2 shankas and 3 marmas, that is Hridaya, Basti and Nabi, Kantha, Rakta, Shukra, Guda and Ojas. So Ojas is considered as one of the pranayatana here. Param Tejaha Tatkalu Oja Balam Ityuchate. Again, according to Sushruta Sutrasthana, it is explained that Oja is the essence part of all the 7 dhatus by which Bala is produced. So here, Bala is also one of the synonym word used for Ojas. What happened here? From the Snigda Amsha of Rasa, Ojas is considered. From Rasa up to the Shukra, the essence part which is formed, that is called as Ojas. Ojas is one of the Pranayatana and Ojas also can be considered as a Bala. Regarding the concept of Upadatu, which is explained by Sharangadara, Stanyam Rajashcha Narinam Kale Avati Gachati. So 7 Upadatus are told by all of our Acharyas. Charaka, Sushruta, Vagbhata and even Sharangadara also explains about 7 Upadatus. The difference between Charaka, Sushruta's context and Sharangadara's is Charaka and Sushruta, they tell one specific Upadatu for one specific Dhatu. Like Artava and Stanya, they have told for Rasa, Kandara and Sira for Rakta. Like that, one Dhatu and particular Upadhatus are explained by Charaka and Sushruta. Whereas in the Sharangadara, 7 Upadhatus in generally he explains, wherein Ojas is also one of the Upadhatu. So Sharangadara explains 7 types of Upadhatus like Stanya, Raja, Vasa, Sweda, Danta, Kesha and then Oja. Oja is also included as one of the Upadhatu according to Sharangadara. Ojo Dhatunam Kramashamala, according to Ashtangurudaya Shareerasthana, Oja is explained as one of the Dhatumala. And moving on to very important shloka, Prakritastu Balam Shleshma, Vikruto Mala Uchate, Searchai Oja Smrta Kaye, Search a Papapadishate. According to Charaka Sutrasthana 17th chapter, Kapha, when it is in Prakrita Avastha, it is called as Bala. The same Kapha, when it becomes Vikrita, it is called as Mala. And here we have to interpret half of this line to half of this line. And next half line of this, next half part of this line to next half part of this line. So here what happened? Kapha, when it is in Prakrita Avastha, it is called as Bala, and the same Prakrita Kapha only is called as Oja. Prakritastu Balam Shleshma, Searchai Oja Smrta Kai. Kapha, when it is in Prakrita Avastha, it becomes Bala, and it is only considered as Ojas. But Kapha, when it becomes Vikrita, it is called as Mala, and because of this Mala, it is called as Papa. Papa is a synonym word used for disease. Papma, here the explanation is given as always diseases are seen Diseases are seen if we are we are involved in the Mithya Ahara Vihara. Mithya Ahara Viharas are called as here Papa Karmas. The thing which originates from Mithya Ahara Vihara, that is called as Papa here. So, Kapha, when it is in Prakritavastha, it is called as Bala and it is only called as Oja. But Kapha, when it becomes Vikrita, it is called as Mala, and because of this Vikrita Mala, it will gives rise to Papma, that is diseases. So here, what happened here is Kapha can be interpreted as a Ojas. Ojau Deeptau Bale. Oja, with its essence part, as the Ojas is formed because of the essence of all the seven dhatus, it is only called as Bala here according to the Amara Kosha. Moving on to the types of ojas here, two types are there, para ojas and apara ojas. Para ojas also called as primary, apara ojas also called as secondary. Firstly, para ojas here, pratamam jayate ojaha sharire yasmin sharirinam. Para ojas originates in the intrauterine life itself. Its quantity is 8 drops and the location where para ojas is situated, that is Hrudaya or heart. Apara ojas is Ardha Anjali Parimanam tu Yad ojas tad apradanam. Para ojas is pradana, main. Apara ojas is apradana, not main. It is originated by the excellence of all the seven dhatus. As all the bodies are nourished by the food, apara ojas is also get nourished by the food. Its quantity is half Anjali and it is located all over the body. Characteristics of ojas here, Vrudi tishtati yatshuddam, raktam ishatsa pitakam, oja sharire sankyatam, tannashanna vinashati. According to Charaka Sutra 17th chapter, the characteristics of ojas are explained as it is located in Hrudaya, yat shuddam. It is very purest in its form and its color is raktam ishatsa pitakam. Little bit yellow mixed red color it is having. Oja sharire sankyatam. The functions of this ojas we are getting all over the body. Tannashanna vinashati. Here, the word na is indicated not to say no, but here, if this ojas becomes lost, it will lead to loss of a human being. Na word here is meant for human being. That indicates the importance of ojas. Ojas is the functions of ojas we are getting all over the body. If this ojas becomes lost, it will brings loss of a human being. Sarpi Varnam Madurasam Lajagandhi Prajayate. Again, some other features are also explained for ojas, such as it is having a smell of sarpi, grita, and the taste is like madhu, and the smell is like Lajagandhi. Oja somatmakam snigdam, shuklam sheetam stiram saram, viviktam rudumrastam cha pranayatanam uttamam. Oja is Saumya in nature. Because of the dominancy of Jalamabhuta, it is having Saumya in nature. It consists of the qualities such as Snigdha, Shukla, Shita, Stira, and Sara, Viviktam, Prudumrisnam. Its presence we are getting all over the body. It is Mrudu and it is Mritsna, that is sticky, and it is one of the Pranayatana. Deha Savayavastena, Vyapto Bhavati Dehina, Tad Abhavacha Shirante, Sharirani Sharirinam. Its functions we are getting all over the body, and its absence will lead to loss of the human being, loss of the Sharira. So here, ojas is having its own importance. Any absence or loss of ojas will lead to loss of Sharira. Some more things we want to add here, like main seat of ojas is Hridaya. Color of ojas is reddish, little bit yellowish or white, or it is compared with the color of the ghee, like Raktavarna, Ishatpitavarna, Shweta, or Sarpivarna. These, according to various authors, will get the color like this. Taste is like Madhura Indrasa, like sweet in taste. Smell is like Lajagandhi or a type of Serel. Some of the qualities are explained for ojas like Guru, Mrudu. Up to now we have discussed according to various authors, but this is a collection of all the acharyas. Like it is Guru in nature, Mrudu in nature, Bahala, Stira, Pichila, Shita, Slakshna, Madhura, Prasanna, and then Snigdha. These are the qualities of ojas. Moving on to the functions of ojas here. Ojas is having functions like to keep the body fit and healthy by acting against any disease causing mechanism. It will keep the body healthy and lively. Functionally, it helps for the normal function of the body, soul, mind, and all the sense organs. And for the attachment of all these things, Ojas is helpful. It is parallel with the Bala. Ojas brings health to the individual. Due to the Bala quality of Oja, individual shows well-nourished fleshy body with the durability. Ojas is seen in the intrauterine life itself. It helps in the proper union of sperm and ovum. It helps in the primary stages of fetal development. It helps in the differentiation of various organs and system. So please remember, very initially formed entity is the Ojas. As a Pratamam hi jayate Ojas. Very initially in the intrauterine life itself, the formation of Ojas will takes place. Some of the doshas are explained for Ojas. They are Visramsa of Ojas, Vyapat of Oja, Kshaya of Oja. Tasya Visramsa Vyapat Kshaya iti Trayo dosha. Three types of doshas are explained for Ojas. The causes which will lead to these doshas, they are if any injury takes place or if we are performing activities beyond than our physical capacity, anger, grief, mental fatigue, and hunger. These all are the causes which will lead to Oja Dushti. Firstly, we will see Oja Visramsa. The meaning here is the displacement of Oja due to injury. If any injury happens, Oja Visramsa takes place. Some of the clinical features are explained, such as Sandhi Vishlesha, displacement of joints of body, Gatra Sadhana, body ache, Dosha Chavana, displacement of dosha from location, Kriya Sannirodhascha, that is loss of normal functions of body, speech, and mind. Oja Vyapat, here the meaning is spread of abnormal Oja due to vitiated dosha and dosha. Its clinical features are Stabda Guru Gatrata, unable to move joints properly, Vata Shofa, edema due to Vata, Varna Beda, different colors of skin, Glani, loss of function of sense organs, Tandra, sensation of drowsiness. Oja Kshaya, loss of Oja in its physiological measure is called as Oja Kshaya. Its clinical features are Murcha Mamsa is seen, that is stiffness of muscles and loss of consciousness is seen. Kshaya may happen, emaciation of body. Moha, person may feel delirium. Pralapa, he may get irrelevant speech. Marana, or else death also may happen. Coming to the importance of Ojas here, very beautifully its importance has been explained by our acharyas with the help of two examples like Brahmaraihi Falapushpebhyo Yata Sambriyate Madhu Tadvad Ojaha Swakarmabhyo Gunaha Sambriyate Nranam. As like flowers, bees, they are going to collect from various and later on honey is formed. In the same way, Tadvad Oja Swakarmabhyo, according to our routine activities, what we are going to follow, if we are going to take healthy food and diet, then definitely our Oja will be in best quality. Tadvad Oja Swakarmabhyo, Gunaihi Sambriyate Nranam. According to our food habit, our Ojas is going to nourish. So here the one example is Brahmaraihi Falapushpebhyo. This one example is given. Along with this, another example is given here. Like ghee is assimilated in entire volume of milk. In the same way, Oja is assimilated in entire unctuous part of all the seven dhatus. Like Kshira Dadi Nyaya we can apply here. How Kshira is converted into Gruta, Gruta into Navanita, Navanita into rest of the other things. Finally formed entity is a ghee. In the same way, by all our routine activities, although Ojas is present in our body, it takes its own time for its formation after the formation of all the seven dhatus. Once all the seven dhatus are formed, from the essence of all the seven dhatus, Ojas is going to form. This is why if all our dhatus are seen in a best quality, definitely Ojas also will be seen in a good quality. So Ojas is the entity which can neither be included in dosha, dhatu or mala. Ojas is having its own specific qualities by which it cannot be included in dosha, dhatu or in mala. And it does not have its own agni like dhatus, srotas like dhatus or particular channel. So here, ojas is cannot be fitted in either dosha, dhatu, upadhatu or mala, and it is not having its own agni, srotas or any of its particular channel. This shows the importance of ojas, like it is spread all over the body. Its functions we are getting all over the body. So the importance of ojas is indicated by our acharyas by giving two examples. So only apara ojas, it undergoes variations. Para oja remains constant. Once para ojas is formed in the intrauterine life, it will not be disturbed. It will not undergo any kind of variation. The oja which undergoes variation, that is apara ojas. Para ojas is formed in the intrauterine life very initially, but apara ojas after the birth, after the formation of all the dhatus, at the later part of formation of dhatu, apara ojas is going to form. So whatever changes we can see in the ojas, that is in the apara ojas, not in the para ojas. So apara ojas has physical properties, color and fluidity. Apara oja can be increased or it can be decreased with certain type of food and the regimen. Ojas in its normal state, it brings health and vitality to the body. Apara ojas, when it becomes changed in its quality or in its quantity, then it is again one of the protocola for the manifestation of disease. Moving on to the next part, Vyadhi Kshamatva. Vyadhi Kshamatva is the one, Nacha Sarvani Sharirani Vyadhi Kshamatve Samarthani Bhavanti. From Charaka Sutrasthana 28 chapter, it is explained that in all of the human bodies, Vyadhi Kshamatva is not seen uniformly. It is seen in the changeable form. Vyadhi Kshamatvam, Vyadhi Bala Virodhitvam, Vyadhi Utpada Pratipandakatvam iti yavat. Vyadhi Kshamatva is the one which resists the potency of the disease and which will avoid the progress of the disease. That is called as Vyadhi Kshamatva. If Vyadhi Kshamatva is good in your body, you will be having resistance towards the entry of any of the foreign particles. Because of that, any kind of diseases you will not be having. Vyadhi Bala Virodhitvam, Vyadhi Kshamatva is the one which will resist the entry of the disease, the progress of the disease. Vyadhi Utpada Pratipandakatvam, which will resist the progress of the disease, that is called as Vyadhi Kshamatva. Another important entity here is the Bala. Like already we have seen, Prakritastu Balam Shleshma, Vikrito Mala Uchate, Searchai Vojaha Smrta Kaye, Search Papmopadishate. So Bala, Kapha, when it is in the Prakrita Avastha, it is called as Bala. The same Kapha, when it becomes Vikrita, it is called as Mala. And Kapha, when it is in Prakrita Avastha, it is only called as Oja. And Kapha, when it becomes Vikrita, when it becomes Mala, because of this Mala, many of the diseases originates. So Vikrita Mala here is one of the responsible factor for the manifestation of disease. Papma here is used as a synonym word for disease. So Prakrita Kapha becomes Bala, becomes Oja, Vikrita Bala becomes Mala and becomes Papma. This is how we can interpret Oja, Kapha and Bala. So there are three types of Bala. Trividam Balamiti, Sahajam, Kalajam, Yuktikritam cha. Sahaja, Kalaja and Yuktikrita are the three types of Bala. Sahajam Yat Sharira Sattvayohu, Prakritam. Naturally present Bala is called as Sahaja. Kalakritam, Rutu Vibhagajam, Vayakritam cha. According to the variation in the Rutu, according to the variation in the age, the Bala which changes, that is called as Kalakrita Bala. Yuktikritam Punastadya Dahara Cheshta Yogajam. If we are involved in a healthy food habit, then the Bala, what we are going to gain, that is called as Yuktikrita Bala here. Always we have to follow Hitakara Ahara Vihara, then only we will be getting Bala, that Bala, the Bala which we have got from such good habits, that is called as Yuktikrita Bala. So Bala, three types of Bala are there, Sahaja, Kalaja and Yuktikrita. Next part here is Bala Vridhikara Bhava. Some of the factors are there which will help in getting proper Bala. That is the place of birth, time of birth, favorable weather, genetic qualities, properties of the ingested food, excellence of the physique, ability to tolerate various factors, excellent mental exercise and cheerful attitude. Factors which will affect the Bala. If all these are in a good quality, definitely we will be having good color. If all these are not in good quality, resist the pathogenic agents. It is the ability
Ma'am, your sound is not audible, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Your sound is not audible, ma'am. Madam, hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Your voice is muted, ma'am. Please on it, ma'am. Audio is not visible. Audible, ma'am. Sorry. Madam, please connect the audio, ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Your There is a technical error. We'll start the session soon. Please stay tuned.
ಬಂದ್
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಈಗ, ಆಡಿಯೋನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಹಾ,
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗುವಂತಲ್ಲ.
ಒಂದ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸರ್, ಕೊಡ್ತೇವ್ರಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೀ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಸರ, ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಇದರ್ಲ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸರ್ದ. ಸರ್, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗದಿದ್ರಿ.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ.
ಹಾ, ಆಗದಿದ್ರಿ ಈಗ ನೀವು PPT ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಈಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ.
ಹಾ, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Anil.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. We will start with the
Yeah,
immunity.
same thing, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Immunity. Please, ma'am. Please.
Immunity is having two types, innate and acquired. Innate is present since from birth, whereas acquired is seen after the birth. So two types of immunity. Innate immunity is present in all of the systems of our body, including GI system, respiratory system, urinary system. In all these systems, innate immunity is working. The mechanism of innate immunity we are getting. Moving on to the acquired immunity, it is the resistance which is developed in the body against any of the specific foreign body like bacteria, viruses, toxins, vaccines, or transplanted tissues. This immunity, that is why also called as specific immunity. And it is the most powerful immune mechanism that protects the body from invading organisms or toxic substances. Lymphocytes, that is white blood cells, are responsible for acquired immunity. The classification of immunity we are getting like innate and acquired. Innate is naturally present immunity which is present in the body since from the birth. Acquired, it develops against invading organism. It is again of two types. Acquired immunity is produced from the lymphocyte. Lymphocyte, here two type of lymphocyte we are getting, T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. T lymphocyte does the development of cell mediated immunity, and activation of helper T cells takes place, leading to activation of cytotoxic T cells and destruction of invading organisms by direct method, whereas B lymphocytes helps in the development of humoral immunity, activation of B cells, formation of plasma cells, production of antibodies takes place, and destruction of invading organisms by antibodies will take place. Another way is there for the classification of immunity, like adaptive immunity is there, innate immunity is there. Adaptive immunity is also called as acquired immunity. Again, there are two types, natural and artificial. Natural adaptive immunity is again made up of two types, passive and active. Passive is produced from the mother, whereas active is produced from the infections. And in the artificial also, again there are two types, passive and active. Passive is by antibody transfer and active is by immunization. Let us see the applications of Ojas here. Ojas can be applied with kapha, applied with kapha, with Vyadhikshamatva, with Bala, and then with the immunity. Let us see firstly how Ojas can be applied with kapha. Like Prakritastu Balam Shleshma, Vikritomala Uchate, I have told earlier, kapha, when it is in Prakritavastha, it is called as Bala, and the same Prakrita kapha is only called as Oja. Prakrita kapha, when it becomes Vikrita, it leads to Mala and resulting in the diseases. Ojas can be compared with Bala, like Param Tejaha Tatkhalu Oja Balam Ityuchate. Para Ojas is called as Bala, and again Ojo Diptau Bale. The essence of all the 7 dhatus is called as Oja, and with this Oja only Bala is produced. So Ojas can be compared with Vyadhikshamatva, Vyadhi Utpada Pratipadakatvam. Like 2 types of Ojas are there, Para and Apara. Both the Ojas can be applied with the Vyadhikshamatva. Ojas can be considered here as a Vyadhikshamatva. Ojas can be compared with the immunity. Like immunity is defined as the capacity of the body to resist the pathogenic agents. It is the ability to resist the entry of different types of foreign bodies like bacteria, virus, toxic substances, etc. Tatra rasadinam shukrantanam dhatunam yat param teja. The essence part from rasa up to the dhatu, formation of dhatus takes place, and from that the essence part which is formed, that is called as Oja. Pranayatana Uttamam, Oja is one of the Pranayatana. Because of this, we can compare Ojas with the immunity. And 3 types of deformities of immunities are explained, which can be compared with the 3 types of Oja Dushtis, like immune deficiency diseases, autoimmune diseases, allergy, and immunological hypersensitivity reactions. These are the 3 deformities of immunity. So immune deficiency diseases, we can compare with the Oja Kshaya here. The example here is Madhumeha. Autoimmune diseases can be compared with the Oja Vyapat. The example here is the viral infections. Allergy and immunological hypersensitivity reactions can be compared with the Oja Visramsa, and the example seen here is a Prameha. Firstly, immune deficiency diseases, let us see. These are the group of diseases in which some components of immune system is missing or it will become defective. Normally, defense mechanism protects the body from invading pathogenic organisms. When the defense mechanism fails or becomes defective, the organisms of even low virulence also produce severe diseases. The organisms which take advantage of defective defense mechanism, they are called as opportunists. The immune deficiency disease caused by such opportunities are of two types: congenital and acquired. Congenital are inherited and they occur due to the defect in B cell or T cell or both. Example seen here is DeGeorge syndrome, which is seen because of the absence of thymus, and severe combined immune deficiency seen due to lymphopenia or absence of lymphoid tissue. Acquired is seen due to the infection by some organisms. Due to the infection by some organisms, most common disease of this type is acquired immune deficiency syndrome, that is AIDS. Next one is autoimmune disease. These are defined as the condition in which the immune system mistakenly attacks body's own cells and tissues. Normally, an antigen induces the immune response in the body. The condition in which the immune system fails to give response to an antigen is called as tolerance. This is true with respect to the body's own antigens, which are called as self-antigens or autoantigens. Normally, body has the normal tolerance against self-antigens. In some occasions, the tolerance fails or it becomes incomplete against the self-antigen. This situation is called as autoimmunity, and it leads to the activation of T lymphocytes or production of autoantibodies from B lymphocytes. The T lymphocytes or autoantibodies attack body's normal cells whose surface contains self-antigen or autoantigen. Thus, autoimmune disease is produced when the body's normal tolerance decreases and the immune system fails to recognize the body's own tissues as a self. The autoimmune diseases are of two types: organ-specific diseases and organ non-specific diseases. Organ-specific diseases will affect only one organ. Organ non-specific or multisystemic diseases will affect many of the organs or a system. Some of the common autoimmune diseases are insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus, myasthenia gravis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Graves' disease, and rheumatoid arthritis. Third one is the allergy and immunological hypersensitivity. The term allergy means hypersensitivity. It is defined as abnormal immune response to chemical or physical agent. During first exposure of an allergen, the immune response does not normally produce any reaction in the body. Sensitization or an initial exposure to the allergen is required for the reaction. So the subsequent exposure to the allergen causes variety of inflammatory responses. These responses are called allergic reactions or immunological hypersensitivity reactions. The immunological hypersensitivity reactions may be innate or acquired. These reactions are mediated by mostly antibodies. In some conditions, T cells are involved. Common symptoms include sneezing, itching, and skin rashes. However, in some persons, the symptoms may be severe, and the common allergic conditions are food allergy, allergic rhinitis, bronchial asthma, urticaria, etc. Moving on to the conclusion. In the different stages of fetus, ojas plays an important role. At the time of conception, it is the essence or slimy material which provides nutrition to the embryo. In the third stage, when there is a formation of various organs, ojas manifests its own action because it pervades all the stages of life. The synonym mahat attributed to it is justified. To loss of ojas, even if there is no loss of other tissue elements of body, it is called dhari because it is important in bringing about coordination among all the factors responsible to sustain life. Ojas and immunity seems to be seen as the functions of the both are same. Two types of ojas and immunity are explained. Three types of their defects also can be taken as a same. So thank you. If any of you have any doubt, you can ask. Is it audible, no?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Any queries, any questions?
Any doubt is there?
Yeah, just asking, ma'am. They have, yeah. In the chat box, they have been given, ma'am. One student asked, what is the reason for Ojakshaya? What is the reason for Ojakshaya? Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible? Ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Am I audible? Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible? ಬಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕರೀರಿ ಯಾರು ವಿಶಾಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ am I audible?
Hello? Hello?
Hi, yes, ma'am. Hi, yes, ma'am. ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Question.
Now it is audible, ma'am. Yeah. There is one question.
Please ask question.
Yeah. What is the reason for Ojakshaya?
There are many reasons.
Yeah.
Firstly, if you are not following proper diet,
Yes.
Nitya Ahara Vihara cause dosha and dusha dushti will also lead to Ojakshaya.
Okay.
Many of the reasons are there for Ojakshaya.
Yeah. Yes.
Any other questions?
Yeah, ma'am. There is one more question. Dr. Mukambika, she asked, as there is a two types of Oja, which to be considered as it leads to Kshaya? As there is a two types of Oja, which to be considered as it leads to Kshaya? Huh. Yes, ma'am.
As it is formed in the intrauterine life, it will not undergo any kind of change. The change which will take place, that is related to upper Ojas, not to Paraojas. Paraojas, once is formed, it will be constant. It will not undergo any kind of variation. But as an upper Ojas which is formed after the birth, because of the formation of all the seven dhatus, upper Ojas is going to form. It will be disturbed. Anil, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Anil?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Yes, ma'am. One more question asked. The student has asked, is Oja Vruddhi leads to any defects, ma'am? Is Oja Vruddhi leads to any defects?
Hello, that also should be to some extent. Any kind of vruddhi, any kind of kshaya will lead to disease.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. Okay.
Any other doubts are there?
No, ma'am. I think in the chat box they have been asked this much questions.
Okay.
I think everyone has cleared about this session. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. It was
Thank you.
Indeed a remarkable talk. Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us with your talk.
I want to thank the principal, management, and Dr. Anil for giving me an opportunity to talk something about my idea. but only the problem was with the app what you have told. No, I was not satisfied with that app, because earlier what I have done with the Zoom and all the other apps, it was good presentation, but today internet was also good. What is the problem with the app? It was little disturbed. Then also I think I have conveyed the justice. But if you have still you have people have any doubt, you can ask in the WhatsApp also, or you can message in any other way also. I want
Yes,
to.
ma'am.
I will try to help. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And with this session, we'll conclude the today's national level webinar on Kriya Kaushalya. Tomorrow, the next session will start the same time. Thank you.
Both negative.